Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Frank Brewer. I'm a clinical psychologist and the director at New Path Psychology here in Hornsby, and we've also have an office in the city. And welcome to day 63 of the 90-day live chat. So some people are concerned about the cost of therapy and counseling, and I would like to speak to you about that topic. I'm talking also a lot about a lot to GPs about fees. So they ask me, do we do this? What is the billing at your end? So there are obviously some concerns whether counseling is really affordable. And I believe there are certain sort of fantasies, like counseling will take a long time, it will cost me an arm and a leg. And so I would like to address that issue. So my first thought when I thought about this topic was, for a long time I had this, so I have a sentence for myself that is, I don't have enough money to buy cheap things. So what that means, it's basically, it's usually a better idea to buy quality things, because they will last a while, and will serve me for a long time. And usually things that are higher quality I love more, and so I wear them more. So I remember I once bought cheap shoes. Well, I don't know, but I probably wore them 3 times, and then they just were collecting dust in the shelf. And I have 3 pairs of shoes actually. I wear them night and day, virtually. So, and they weren't cheap ones, but if I break it down, how much they cost me in a year, it's almost, it's just a little bit more than nothing. But it was sort of, the expense was worth the while, and maybe we can also apply that to health professionals. So my other thought was, can we put a dollar value to mental health? Can you put a dollar value to lost hours of, say, the capacity to work? Can you put a dollar value towards the lost years of joy because you were suffering from anxiety, depression, or whatever the condition might have been? Can you put a dollar value to the loss of, or the struggles in a relationship, or if your child is struggling with school anxiety, separation anxiety, all these kind of things? So, and the answer to this is probably we could put a dollar value to those things. And you would probably be surprised, how large those sums can be. If you put, for instance, one day worth of labor into a dollar figure, I don't know what it is, a couple of hundreds, definitely, most definitely. So anyway, so considering the fact that most people actually come for 6 sessions, then they have improved to a point that they can sort of go without counseling, and some people do 10 sessions. So let's say, for instance, you have a gap fee, you come on a Saturday or have an evening appointment, which is a little bit dearer, and you have a gap fee of, say, $80 or $100. Let's go for $100, and you have 10 sessions. That's an out-of-pocket expense of $1,000 if you come or being referred under Medicare Better Access. So, and usually over the course of 10 the course of 10 sessions spreads over, say, 4 months. So a typical counseling process would be you come on a weekly basis for, say, 2, 3, or 4 weeks, and then you spread it out to fortnightly or even 3 weeks in between sessions. So 10 sessions easily cover 4 months. So if you have $1,000 out of pocket, that is $250 a month. So, of course, only you can estimate or calculate if that's within your budget. Yeah, I believe that's a very reasonable amount, considering that you see a qualified professional that has a bit of experience under his or her belt. Another way of sort of saving out-of-pocket expense would be, so instead of coming weekly, you come fortnightly. There's usually no harm to that. Everybody who has still a good functioning level don't need to come on a weekly basis. Yeah, fortnightly is usually fine after you got the ball rolling, and even 3 weekly appointments work if you do some work between the sessions. So there's no point of why that shouldn't work, and you can reduce significantly your expenses by just spreading it out a little bit more. Another observation is that people who spend their hard-earned cash are more engaged in the process and actually do more. So, and if they do more, they achieve more. So the outcome is much better. Yeah, and that's by the way a good explanation for that we only need 6 sessions or 10 sessions. Yeah. Is when people are really proactive and do what we suggest, that makes a difference. That makes the difference at the end. So what else do I want to cover? I mean, for those ones who really can't afford and they have a healthcare card, it's fine. We do offer concession rates. Talk to us, that's fine. But at the end of the day, it's like I believe it's not really that expensive to see a professional. And yeah, maybe one thing I should add to that, what most people actually don't know, the recommended fee recommended by our professional body, the APS, is actually just under $250 for a 50 to 60 minute session. And that's a reasonable amount because we have overheads, we have licenses to pay, we have insurance, all these kind of things. And $250. Okay, now I tell you what Medicare bulk billing means, the rebate, yeah? So it's either $125, which is only 50% of the recommended rate for a clinical psychologist, or for a registered psychologist, it's only $85. That's just 1/3 almost, yeah. And if you see a clinical clinical social worker, it's even only $75. So there's a big discrepancy what sort of insurance company pay and what should be paid in order to run a practice smoothly. So if you pay, for instance, $200 for a session, it's still under the recommended fee, but it gives us peace of mind to work with you in a very professional manner, and we can add value by renting adequate rooms, have all sorts of modern helpers like practice software, like reminders, like this and that, the little things that can really make a difference. So I'm not sure if there's anything else, if there's more to say. Again, it's not everything is about the price, and we are sort of, as any other profession, yeah, we're not like petrol, yeah. So regardless where you go, the petrol is pretty much the same, and the cheapest is in this case the best. It's the balance of giving and taking, really. Okay. That's it from me for today, and I get back to you tomorrow for day 64 of the 90-day live chat. I hope you have a wonderful Thursday, and thanks for watching. Bye now.